Alright, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the artists of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. And today I just want to go into this article that I just came across, dealing with the, MOTB. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And the title reads, C-HIP technology marks the spot for breast biopsies. And this is radio frequency identification, also known as RFID, is a technology that uses wireless radio waves to transfer data and identify objects. It is used in many ways, from inventory tracking and race timing to dairy herd management and car rental returns. Now, this technology is used to guide surgeons during breast biopsies. A biopsy is a procedure to remove a small sample of tissue for laboratory testing. A breast biopsy may be needed to evaluate a suspicious area in the breast. For years, radiologists used wire guide localization to mark the exact spot or spots for the biopsy. They used ultrasound or other images to identify a breast lesion and placed a thin wire into the breast tissue to mark the location. The wire would remain in the place or stick out of the breast until the surgeon removed it during the biopsy. Thanks to RFID technology, breast lesions can now be marked for surgical removal without using traditional surgical wires. The technology is advanced, but the process is simple. First, the biopsy site is numbered using a local anesthetic. Then a radiologist uses ultrasound or other imaging to identify the breast lesions that need to be removed. Next, the small RFID tag is placed on the lesion using a needle. Each tag is about 2 millimeters by 1 centimeter in size, about the size of a staple. Multiple lesions can be identified as needed using multiple tags with unique codes. During the biopsy, the surgeon uses a handheld device to identify the exact location of each unique RFID tag. So yes, they're pretty much implanting microchips, into women to, pretty much see if they have breast cancer, These are just, what they call the benefits of wire-free guidance system. More comfortable experience for patients, easier scheduling, greater surgical precision. Now, this is pretty much leading up to, the MOTB. Now, there's people out there that have it already, but, right now, it's lucky. It's pretty much voluntary for people to, get that device implanted. It isn't mandatory. So I was going to bring out a couple scriptures again. Lord willing, this is edifying and straight to the point. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 6. Slakia. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6. And it says, Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. Excuse me, yes, this particular tag, that's supposed to help, identify lesions in a woman's breast is pretty much, it's the thing, and that's what it described as. Is they said it's about the size of a staple, That's what it is. I was going to play this clip.
Where where I would just have to wave my arm. It's a very attractive proposition.
So inside each of these boxes here is probably the coolest and most dangerous thing I'm ever going to do to my body. Each of these contain a microchip that I'm going to be surgically implanting into my body forever so I can be better connected to my smart home. No, I'm not joking. Let me explain how and why. This is what the microchip look like. You can see it here next to the quarter for scale. And this is what the tool looks like that's going to be injecting it into me. As you can see here, it's a very, very big needle with an opening on the end where the chip will be deposited out. To start off, I'm going to be putting one of these in each one of my hands, right here between my index finger and thumb. If you feel there's a lot of meat there for it to go into. I've got this block of clear gelatin here I cooked that I'm going to be using to show you guys exactly what it looks like when these things are installed. So once they have my hand all sanitized and prepped, they're going to take the needle and insert it about 2 inches into my hand. They're then going to push the lever here. You'll see that the will insert into the gelatin, pull it out, and just like that, we have an implant. Now, why in God's name would I ever want to have this in my hand? Let me explain. So first off, what are these things? Most of these are NFC tags or RFID tags. NFC and RFID are 2 forms of wireless communication that don't require batteries. A really common use case for RFID is the building fob that you use to scan in and out of apartments. NFC, for example, they are used on certain things like these gym pass cards where you scan in to get in and out of the gym. That being said, there are 4 main ways I plan to utilize these implants. So the first one and most straightforward is cloning my existing cards and fobs that I have so I no longer have to carry keys or a wallet. I just tap my hand and I'm in. Second is using it for authentication on my computer, phone, or sensitive devices. If I don't think a password is enough, I can program it so I have to tap my implant to access that information. Basically just like a super secure fingerprint scanner. Next is building my own custom solution. So I have this antenna here that can scan the tags. I can program it so when I scan my tag, it can control all sorts of things. Maybe that's opening a safe. Maybe that's opening my smart lock, which I'm going to do so I can fob into my apartment with my hand and open my apartment door with my hand. No keys required. There's lots of flexibility that we're going to be able to do with this bad boy, and there's going to be lots of videos on it. And lastly, and this one's a little bit more complicated and will take me a while to set up, but payment. There is a world where you can use your tag to tap for a payment like you would with a tap credit card. Really excited about that one.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it is, That's what the mark of the beast is, it's the RFID tag. That's gonna go exactly where he said it's gonna go, in your hand, And that's what they're doing with this tag, to pretty much, spot breast cancer in a woman. They're implanting women with these tags, to spot it and basically remove it. Pretty much ended on this. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and I'm going to start at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and this number is 666. And yes, it's going into Esau, Edom, but pretty much the article that I read and the clip that I featured, that's what the MLTB is, that RFID, CHIP, the tag that's going to be implanted into people's right hands or their foreheads, primarily in their right hands or their foreheads or anywhere, people can get it implanted anywhere, but pretty much those that, receive that device, they're pretty much, proclaiming Esau, Edom to be their God, and there is no repentance for taking the mark of the beast, there is no repentance for it. So that's pretty much, what's going on with these particular tags, You can do different things with them, unlock doors, start your cars, pay for things. Now they're going into, pretty much medical information with these tags. It's going to be able to do all of those things, So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Makakodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles and the artists of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from. And I'd like to say peace and salutations unto the hopefully elect. Until the next time I say shalom.